Christians, if your pastors were completely honest with you about how church works, you'd probably walk away. And that's exactly why they're not telling you the full truth. Pastors are trained not just in theology, but also in how to sell their church. It's a business. And that's not even the worst part. It's a system designed to keep people in line, keep the money flowing in, and to keep you from questioning too much. And I know this because I used to be one of them. I stood on the platform week over week believing that I was doing the work of God. But looking back, I realized how much I kept hidden, sometimes because I was trained to, and sometimes because I didn't even recognize the problems myself. Now, here's the irony. When I was ordained, I actually believed that we were about to fix the world, like we were Batman swooping in to save Gotham. But in reality, it turns out we were more like the Kardashians, busy brand building, thriving on drama, and selling illusions for ratings. So today, we're counting down the top 10 things pastors don't want you to know about church. And trust me, if churchgoers knew these things, a whole lot more pews would be empty. Let's get started. So, number 10, church is a business, not a ministry. Churches love to brand themselves as spiritual homes, places of worship where the focus is on faith, community, worship, and prayer. But behind the scenes, churches are structured more like businesses than sanctuaries. They rely on a steady stream of revenue, they market themselves, and they have clear financial incentives to grow their congregations. The moment money is involved, it stops being a simple place of worship and starts functioning like a corporation with tax exemptions. Pastors may not call themselves CEOs, but they manage their churches like CEOs, overseeing budgets, payroll, building expansions, and even marketing strategies to draw in new members. This isn't to say that every church is a money hungry empire, but the reality is, without money, churches cannot operate. And that financial dependence shapes every decision they make, from the messages they preach to the programs they fund. Ever notice how the humble pastor's face is plastered on billboards, newsletters, and social media ads? They make Apple's marketing team look reserved. Turns out, if you can't hook new fish, the donation pond goes dry real quick. Let's look at number 9. Your tithes don't go where you think they do. Pastors love to emphasize the importance of tithing, claiming it's a direct act of faith and that the money is used to support the church's mission. But let's be real. Most of your tithe goes towards salaries, maintenance, and operating costs. While some churches do charitable work, the bulk of their funds are spent keeping the organization afloat, covering things like staff salaries, including the pastor's paycheck, which can sometimes be quite significant, but also mortgage or rent for the church building, utilities, maintenance, renovations, and of course, marketing campaigns to attract new members. Meanwhile, very little actually makes its way to the poor and needy. Churches that push tithing the hardest tend to be the ones most focused on sustaining their own institution, not on helping their communities. It's like donating to a charity that promises to save endangered pandas, but 90% of the funds go to panda costumes for the staff and building plush office spaces. Then they hand out 3 granola bars to a homeless guy, snap a picture, and call it outreach.